I am Chika Adamu. I represent Shiroro Raifimuya Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I am from Niger State. Mr. Speaker, I am coming under Order 8, Rule 4, motion of urgent public importance. And my motion of today is a need to investigate the status and viability of the fast power program accelerated gas production for power generation by the Federal Ministry of Power. Mr. Speaker, I so submit and I urge the House to suspend the rules to enable me to take the motion. Thank you.
Any seconder for the first leg of the motion? Yes, Honorable Akiwumi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My honorable colleagues, my name is Akiwumi Nuruddin Olaitan, Ifako-Ijaye, Federal Constituency, the State of Excellence, Lagos. I rise to second the first leg of the motion as moved by Honorable Chika. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Any seconder, Honorable Ibrahim Siaka.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Mr. Speaker, distinguished honorable members. Ibrahim Ayokunle Siaka is my name, Mr. Speaker. I represent the very good people of Ifo-Ewekoro Federal Constituency. I'm from Ogun State. I rise, Mr. Speaker, to second the second leg of the motion, ably moved by my honorable colleague, Adamu Chika. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable Chika, please, your motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I still remain Abubakar Chika Adamu. I represent Shiroro Raifimuya Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I am from just the nearby state, Niger State. Mr. Speaker, my motion, as I said earlier, is on the need to investigate the status and viability of fast power program accelerated gas production for power generation by the Federal Ministry of Power. The House note that the fast power program located in Rivers State is a project designed to add gas-fired generation capacity and new gas supply for incremental power of 240 megawatts on the national grid in 2017 and 2018 in partnership with the International Original Equipment Manufacturers, OEM, with proposed expansion capacity of 600 megawatt in future. Informed that the proposed financing structure of the power project requires federal government to invest 15% of the capital cost of the project, with the partner OEMs spreading the 85% of the capital cost over 5 years, payable from the power purchase agreement revenues of the project. The project is set up as licensed power companies in line with the current industry structure. Also informed that the federal government 15% investment in recoverable upon sale of the shares of the companies in the expedited transaction to be implemented by Bureau for Public Enterprises and Ministry. Federal government will retain a carried interest to ensure all permits, license, and agreement with the government agencies is provided. Aware that the first project is on target to deliver 240 megawatt at Afam 3 power station before July 2017, with stranded gas from Shell's Oklahoma gas processing facility, on which the partner OEM has agreed to spread the 85% of the $186 million equivalent to 56,730 million naira cost, which is over 5 years. Observed that the total cost of the project amounting to $186 million with 15% down payment of $27.99 million already paid to the OEM, and 35%, and already paid to the OEM, 35% payment security of $65.31 million due for payment but not yet paid, and 85% balance payment, which involved monthly payment of over 5 years at 9%. 9% interest is too exorbitant with the high cost of payment default in the future. Determined to unmask whether the project was completely bidded for before it was awarded to the General Electric, or whether the project have a license from NERC and MBET, and the general uncertainties of the project. Resolved to, 1, mandate the Committee on Power and Public Procurement to investigate the uncertainties / viability of the Fast Power project and report back to the House for further legislative action. 2, urge the Federal Ministry of Power to stop forthwith further payment of the Fast Power project pending the outcome of the committee's investigation. Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, I so submit.
Any seconder, Honorable Olajide Jimoh.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My name is Jima Olajide. I represent Lagos Mainland Federal Constituency, Lagos State. I stand to second the motion as moved and ably submitted by Honorable Chika. Thank you, sir.
Honorable Chika.
Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, the motion is all about the power project that the government is going into. Mr. Speaker, first of all, when we went for the roadshow on the Eurobond, what I mean, we are taking a loan that we have approved in this house. The government is taking that loan at the rate of 6.5%. But here we are calling an investor after paying 15% down payment, and the other remaining 85% of the payment is expected to be paid over 5 years. And we are taking, or we are guaranteeing 9% of that 85%. After all, it is a business where the company is also going to benefit from a profit margin as in regard to establishing that power project. 1. 2, Mr. Speaker, I draw the attention of this House also to take note that there is also another 35% which is about to be paid in the sum of about $65 million. That 35% is now giving me confusion. Is now the project going to cost Nigeria 135%? Because we have 85% that is going to be spread over a period with an interest rate of 9%, and here we are again paying another 35% as security. Mr. Speaker, I am confused when I read about this project, and that necessitated that I should come to this house to find out how was even the project couched. What are the interests that Nigeria is going to drive at this time, building a power plant that we will sell over time? I think Nigeria is not supposed to be in this business any longer, because we will use the public fund to build plants, and at the end of the day, sell it to people outside at discount rate. I believe this should be purely business. Nigeria is only here to guarantee the power purchase agreement. Where the power, you have produced power and it has not been purchased, I believe Nigeria now can decide to say, okay, we have guaranteed that is when we will pay you. But we should make it strictly business. Create the enabling environment, not to even bring the project that the government will fund with other complications that cannot be easily understood by the common man. So, Mr. Speaker, this is where I stand as regard to this motion. And that is why I want us to investigate, in fact, the technicality behind the couching of the project or behind the contract project of the power plant. And I believe Nigerian money should not put to waste. Nigerian money should either be put to other infrastructure, and business should be purely business. We have seen how we have rehabilitated the power plant at a day. Even the existing power plant were sold to people at a very, very discount rate. So I don't think Nigerian money should go now into production of power plant that will now be sell to any other person, and with even complications. So, Mr. Speaker, this is my stand, and this is where I remain as regard to this motion. Thank you.